Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be trying out TikTok recipes. Now maybe these ain't the common TikTok recipes, but they're still TikTok recipes nonetheless. I already filmed this video, but I didn't film the intro and stuff, and I didn't narrate some of the things that I was doing. So I'm here to just explain it to you, and I'll insert the clips of what I was doing with the voiceovers and this, that, and the other. But I'm just here to pop in and out and tell you what I'm doing, So yeah. So today we are going to be making TikTok recipes, and that includes apple pie, churros, and what was the third thing I made? These potato squares. Not the layered potato squares, because finding duck fat is pretty hard. But it's still potato squares. So yeah, we're going to be doing that today, and that's all I have to say. So let's just get into the video. The first recipe that we're going to be making is apple pie. Now, I'll explain what I did in the process of making that apple pie in the voiceover, but here is the TikTok.
Let's make McDonald's apple pie at home, and trust me, it's so much better. The first thing we're gonna do is peel and cube our Granny Smith apples. Then in a pan over medium heat, melt down your butter. To that we add our apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and lemon juice. Once the apples are soft, you're gonna drop the heat and add our cornstarch mixture to thicken it up. Then we make our egg wash and cinnamon sugar. Next step is to lay out your pastry sheet on parchment paper. Roll it out a bit and cut it into 4 equal pieces. Brush the edges with egg wash and add lots of filling to one side. Fold over and seal very tightly with a fork. Brush the tops with egg wash and sprinkle cinnamon sugar. For a crunch, also add some coarse sugar. Last step is to bake them. Now that's the sound of a perfect flaky apple pie. And don't forget to drizzle the glaze.
Now, she didn't specify, the lady in the video did not specify, how long she kept her stuff in the oven, the pies in the oven. I don't know how long she kept the pies in the oven. I didn't know what the cornstarch mixture is. I just assumed that it was cornstarch and water. So I just used cornstarch and water, even though that I forgot to use it in the second batch of apple pies that I made, which you won't see the difference, but you'll see that I made 2 batches. So yeah, I didn't use that, but whatever. I don't think that it made a difference. I'm in my kitchen, whatever. So we're gonna get to cooking. I might just do a voiceover because because that would be easier, also because my family is gonna be home in an hour and filming in front of them is absolutely nerve-wracking. So yeah, I might just voice over what I'm doing, and then yeah. So let's just get to cooking.
We're cutting the apples, and it was fairly simple because the apples been sitting in my fridge for ever, and I requested apples because I don't buy my own groceries, but I requested apples and I wasn't gonna eat them, so that's the main reason why I was making apple pie. And yeah, this is fairly simple. Dice cubed. I forgot to peel it in this step, but I peeled it in a few other steps. My measurement of apples was 2.5 because I dropped a half, so 2.5 got me I don't know, 3 maybe. And I'll explain what I put what the pastry part is made out of. Here's a quick PSA. If you hear me singing A Night to Remember by High School Musical, please don't blame me. I just have a guilty pleasure of listening to Disney music. Okay? Leave me alone. Thank you. Another PSA is that I use red apples instead of green apples. Granny Smith apples. I didn't use Granny Smith because the green apples are my brother's apples and he eats his apples, unlike me, obviously. So yeah, I just used red apples. So yeah, whatever. Right here I'm melting the butter, and I only used about a teaspoon. Here I am cooking down the apples, and the apples have brown sugar, cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and some lemon juice, and a mixture of cornstarch and water in it. I forgot to add the vanilla extract, but we're gonna speed past that.
Okay, here's what we have so far. Put the apples on a pie pastry because pie pastry is what I got. It's upside down. This kitchen is an absolute mess, but you know. So yeah, we're gonna put the cinnamon sugar on. I put egg wash on top of this, by the way, and then I forked it down, I guess. So we're gonna put this on top, and then we're gonna put it in the oven, and then we should be done. So. She didn't specify what to put it on, so I'm just gonna put it on 400, and I'm gonna check it every 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and see when it's golden brown, I guess.
The side effects of not having an instruction of how long to keep this in the oven and me having to check on it is that I really never seen when it was brown. But I just know that when I took it out, it looked a little bit too brown, but it wasn't the brown that I was kind of like picturing in my head. So I was trying to wait for it to get that brown, and it just never did. So read the instructions. I suggest putting it in there for like 20 minutes, maybe less than. Okay, so you see how like the edges are brown, but since I put the cinnamon on top, I didn't think that it was gonna look like that, you know. And these are some more apple pies, but these are like with a croissant type thing going on. These are how they turned out. My dad tried one of them, and he said that they were pretty good. And my brother tried the one with the pie crust, and he said that they are also pretty good, even though that he's not an apple pie person, and I'm really not either. But whatever.
So after I made the second batch of pies, I think I overcooked the pastry part. It was giving very much stale. It was very overcooked, so I should have read the instructions. That was my bad on my part, because I didn't read the instructions, because who reads instructions? Even though that's very important with baking, don't follow after me. Do what I say, not as I do. Read the instructions. Thank you. So yeah. I showed you the kind of pastry I was using. Well, the first one. The second one was Pillsbury bake sheet, pan sheets. I don't know. That's that. I did a taste test on camera, so here it is. While that's waiting, I'm just gonna try the apple pie that I made yesterday. Yes, outfit change. I got really tired after I made the apple pie, so I was just like, and when I cook, I usually don't get like hungry afterwards, so yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna try this apple pie. I have both of them. I have this one, and then I have the puff pastry at the bottom. So let's just It's apple pie, but it's just a little dry. Like, usually when you get apple pie, these apples are like roasted, but usually when you get like apple pie, there's like, you know, a little bit of substance going on. It's just apple and pie. It's not apple pie. But it's okay. I'll eat it because I did not eat anything today, but you know. The one with the pie crust is pretty okay. Now we're going to try the one with the puff pastry. Can you see that? I don't like this one. I don't like the one with the croissant type outside. It's not that good. I'll eat it. Wouldn't buy it. Not putting my money into this. Definitely not making it again. I'll make the pie one again. Need some tweaking though, but it's pretty good. What can I say? Overall, they're still sitting in my fridge, and it is Tuesday, day of upload. It's the day of upload. I'm gonna just say it. I upload this video today. So yeah, I upload this video in, I can't check the time. Yes, I can. I upload this video in 3 hours. So yeah. So yeah. Anyways, the apple pies are still sitting inside my freezer. Nobody touched them. So I'll take that information as you will. I'm not a big apple pie fan. So whatever. And I like the pre-made apple pie, the individual pre-made apple pies. I'll put a picture of the kind that I like. They come in like a tiny green box, and they're like individuals. The next recipe is churros, so I'm gonna roll the video.
Fine, you want to make churros, no problem, but understand these are dangerous.
Small pan, 5 tablespoons butter in, 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Heat on high heat.
Make sure it's melted and bring to a boil. Turn off the heat. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon fine sea salt. 1 cup all-purpose flour. Stir.
Till thick with 3 C's. Now let this cool.
For 8 to 10 minutes, brother. 3 eggs, one at a time. Egg. Mix. Egg. Had to switch to a whisk. Egg. Mix. An egg yolk. Mix one more time.
Till nice and smooth.
Transfer to a piping bag with a star tip. Heavy bottom pot. Fry oil.
Filled a little over halfway.
It's cinnamon sugar, not that hard. 3/4 cup of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of, well, cinnamon. Mix together.
Heat to 375.
Pipe 5 to 6 inch pieces. Snip.
It's average churro size, okay?
Repeat.
Fry 4 to 5 minutes. Till golden brown and crispy.
Remove from the oil. Add the cinnamon sugar. Toss while still hot. Repeat with the rest.
Now these are some good looking churros, but now we're talking. Look at.
When I was making the churros, I made a few crucial mistakes as to why it turned out the way that it did. For the third egg, because it said to use 3 eggs, it said to use 3 eggs, and I used all the 3 eggs, but you're just supposed to use 2 full eggs and 1 egg yolk. I missed that part. It bounced off my head. So yeah, it flew right over my head. So I added all 3 eggs. I think that affected the way that the consistency. So yeah, and then I try to make up for adding 3 eggs by adding more flour, and I don't think that did anything, but you know, made it thicker, I guess. And then I added a lot of butter. Now I did real butter and I did fake butter in the same thing because I didn't know I kind of just eyeballed the amount of butter that I put in there. So I kind of like put a lot. So yeah. But half of it's real and half of it's fake. The cube is real, but the parts that look like that it got scooped out, that's fake butter. It's mostly just oil. So yeah, take that into consideration. All my measurements was exact, except for when I started to add the flour, but I don't think that the flour, you know, messed with anything. But I did think that it didn't mix in properly because it still had lumps in it.
This is me mixing the butter and the water, the butter and the flour, and whatever. So as I was mixing it, you can see that it's like really porridgey, very oatmeal, you know, and it's not supposed to look like that from what Josh's video looked like. So yeah, but this was before I added the egg. This is only one egg added in, and as you can see, I'm struggling trying to stay in frame and mix at the same time. So I think I just did all the other eggs off camera because, again, I didn't have a tripod. Luckily I do now, but you know, things happen.
So, never mind.
This is me pouring the mixture into a bag. I just used the cup as a guide, so it's whatever. But as you can see, when I started pouring the mixture, it was like very like soupy, I guess. It was very like liquidy, as you can see, and it was just funny. So that's my mistake. Here's me pouring the oil into the pot. I don't think that I went deep, but I think that it was like 2 knuckles deep. I don't know. I think it was enough. So, yeah.
Now, when I started deep frying, I burned myself. Ow, did that hurt? I popped myself like right here. It's gone now, but you know, I still burnt myself. That was not fun. That was not cool. It really hurt, but I had to keep going because I was still holding the thing and I don't have like a piping bag. I just used a regular Ziploc. Whatever, they work the same way, and I don't have the little baking things to put in the piping bag. So whatever, whatever, keep it rolling. So when it started to fry, I couldn't make a proper churro because it was too liquidy. It wasn't firm enough to form a churro shape, and it was liquidy, so it just turned into funnel cake as I explained. I finished just making the churros, but it kind of just turned into like funnel cake. So I did make funnel cake, and like whatever. I didn't really film it because I don't have a tripod, so yeah. But we're just gonna try it. It got room temp now, so it's funnel cake. I got some with some cinnamon sugar on it. I overcooked it. Definitely. Burnt myself in the process. That hurt really bad. It's whatever. So the next recipe was, what was it? It was potatoes. So I made these potato crisp. Roll the TikTok.
Okay, these potatoes are going to change your life, and if you don't believe me, just listen to this. They're crispy, garlicky, buttery, parmesan-y. I don't know what more you can ask for, so let's make them. After you peel and flatten each side of the potato, cut it into squares about 1/2 inch thick. Now we're going to use a chopstick to make cuts going along one direction without cutting all the way down. Then rotate it and repeat the same in the other direction. To make your garlic butter, just mix all these ingredients in a small bowl. Brush the top and bottom of the potatoes and bake at 400 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Take them out, brush with more butter, and bake for another 20 minutes. They'll be beautifully golden brown just like this. Garnish with more Parmesan and parsley and enjoy!
So I tried to make those potato crisp, and I did most of the things that I had. I had fresh oregano, but I had fake parsley. I had the parsley seasoning. We don't have fresh parsley over here. I mean, you could get it at the store, but who was gonna go to the store? Nobody. I'm not cool and I'm not smart and I can't even parallel park. Huh? You're still a traitor. God, I wish you would.
There's a new Avatar game coming out next year.
Avatar.
Yep. Yeah, E3 is on this weekend.
Oh yeah. Sony didn't show up, right?
Nope.
They did their own. I was watching the Ubisoft. I think it was Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Still in school.
Masks are still recommended for those who are not fully vaccinated.
Woo! I ain't gotta do.
For family-select insurance and see why choice matters. It's the summer you've been waiting for. The summer of savings at John Jones Auto Group. Browse cars, trucks, and SUVs from all the top brands you know. Call us anytime or stop in. Now is the time to test drive your next new car. Don't get better with time. They get better with TFS.
I gotta go.
Call the Foundation specialists today.
And my son said tonight,
That's,
I want to be the master
Mo.
of Q.
No Carson.
I want to win master of Q more than ever.
So yeah, I just used parsley flakes, the seasoning thing. But I had fresh oregano, and the rest of it I didn't have fresh Parmesan though. I don't know if that would affect anything, but it still turned out the way that it turned out. Now, when I put it in the oven, for 20 minutes, you're supposed to butter both sides. I don't think that the butter got to both sides because I don't think that I put enough butter in the thing to, coat both sides of a potato. And you're supposed to coat both sides of the potato and then put it in for 20 minutes, like the video said, and then take it out. Now, when you take it out, you're supposed to flip it over. And when I took it out, I didn't know that because I don't think that the video stated that. If it did, my apologies, but I don't think that the video stated that you were supposed to flip it over after 20 minutes, but that's like kind of common sense. But common sense is not that common. So, yeah, I had 2 batches, same ingredients, same whatever. But the second batch was a little bit shorter. It was like a smaller batch than the first pan because I only had like a few leftovers. So yeah, when I took the second batch out, I flipped it the first time and buttered it up, put it back in. And when I did that, it made it crispy and it cooked just right. I ate it off camera. Sorry I didn't get my first reaction, but I will kind of explain to you what it tastes like. It tastes like, so I'm like a bread fiend. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm just a bread fiend. So when I had it, it just tastes like garlic bread. Not Texas toast garlic bread, but it tastes like, not Olive Garden garlic bread, but it tasted like, I don't know how to explain it. It tasted like garlic on potato. Garlic on potato, it had a little hint of like Italian, I guess. But you could definitely taste the Parmesan and the garlic. That was the 2 main things that you could taste. I ate all of it off camera. I didn't get my reaction, but they were really good. I would make it again if I did it right the first time. So my dad tried it and he said that it was like a mix between a potato. It was a mix between a hash brown and a chip. So if you're into that, cool. I kind of overcooked the big batch. I kind of overcooked it because I put it back inside the oven because it wasn't crispy like how I wanted it to. So with me overcooking it, it made it very chewy. So yeah, that's all the recipes that I made. I wanted to do the recipe that was like the jarred garlic and the sriracha, not the minced garlic, but the jarred garlic cloves and like sriracha and the chili flakes. I wanted to do that because I seen it off of Trinity J's channel, but I couldn't find that at my local Kroger. So yeah, that's what happened. So with that being said, that is the end of this video. I will be back on Friday. Hopefully, I will be back on Friday. So, announcements being made. I did post something on my Instagram this time. So, there actually is something there. I will be trying to post. I'm going to challenge myself to post every Tuesday and Friday since I don't have a job and this is literally all I do. So, and I have nothing better to do. So, I will literally be trying to challenge myself to post every Tuesday and Friday. Let's see how that goes for the next video. Who can say? So, yeah, that's the end of today's video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of that. All of that. I will be trying to post every Tuesday and Friday, like I said. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.